Okay, so the Celtics win game 4. And look, man, I don't want to get too hopeful right now, okay? If they can win game 5 in Boston, then I will set myself up for potentially just emotional damage, depending on what happens in game 6. But for right now, let's just talk about this game. And yeah, after the game 3 performance, I had no belief for this game, so we give them credit. Real quick, of course, shout out to the Nuggets. They're going to the finals. Very happy for them. I did not do an instant reaction to Game 4 because I kind of viewed the Game 3 reaction as the giving the Nuggets their flowers video. And also that LeBron performance, that was beautiful, man. Eventually I'll do a, future of the Lakers video. But anyway, so I want to talk a lot about the second half, and I do want to start with Jason Tatum because he just had some awesome plays, man. I mean, that one where he relocated to the middle of the zone and then got the mid-range on, that was hype. He had another one where he nudged, was it Max Strus just a little bit for a long two-pointer? And hey, look at me at the end of the last video saying, well, his mid-range is actually not that great. It's because of the percentages. Hey, listen, Jason, if you want to make every mid-ranger moving forward, I will gladly accept it. Let's see, he had another play where he was backing down. I want to say it was Caleb Martin starting from the corner. I think that one was, if not versus the Miami zone, it was at least them shrinking the floor a little bit. Forces the double, and then finds Marcus Smart underneath the basket. Great cut by Marcus, by the way. Speaking of doubling Tatum, there was one where Marcus set a ghost screen for Tatum, and so he's, you act like you set the screen, you keep running in that direction, and then Miami doubles him for a second out to Marcus, and Miami will tell themselves, hey, if we can get a decent closeout on a Marcus Smart 3, we will live with the results. Well, he made the 3, so I'll live with the results too. Then we had some Tatum 3s that were hype. We had one where he hits a pull-up 3 with Kevin Love involved in the screen, and it was smart by Al Horford because he faked like it was going to be one angle of the screen, so Kevin Love kind of got ready to go up high because that's typically what he's doing on screen actions when they try to attack him. And then last second he switches the angle of the screen so Tatum has daylight going into it. Tatum also had the step back 3 over Gabe Vincent. Hopefully Gabe Vincent's angle is all right. He also had an ISO against Max Strus that was a floater there. So, Tatum definitely did his thing. And I mean, look, Miami tried to throw extra attention at him and the Celtics were able to get some good stuff out of it. But the defense was also a thing. Look, we had Grant Williams blocking Jimmy on a switch when he was going for the turnaround. We had one where Jalen held up really well in single coverage on Jimmy as he's going baseline, forces the pass out, and then Tatum blocks Vincent on the catch-and-shoot 3. That is where Vincent rolled his ankle over. Again, we hope that Gabe Vincent's all right. A couple plays where Horford, this is in the second, he drops on Jimmy's screen, and then Jimmy forces the switch, and then Jimmy drives on him, and Horford holds up really well and contests him. One where he held up also really well in a Bam post-up single coverage. There might have been a foul on that one. Another one on defense where Jalen, he had Jimmy in an ISO, top of the key, and I think he shaded Jimmy just well enough to where Jimmy wasn't able to just barrel right in front of the rim, but more so to the side where Grant Williams was there because Caleb Martin was in the dunker spot, and they were able to double Jimmy. And then the thing is, if you look at that play again, Caleb Martin was open for the 3, Jimmy didn't catch him because he relocated from the dunker spot as Grant committed to Jimmy. But okay, look, I think in some ways, the execution was just better in this game for the Celtics, and they also didn't lose their mind with bad shot selections on offense. I mean, hell, there was that Derek White corner 3 where, initially Marcus, he just takes Jimmy off the dribble. They did, some handoff action thing, and then he spins off of him, gets inside. Whereas in the last game, it felt like a possession like that one, it would be like Marcus dribbles it out, kind of looks around, throws it to somebody, and somebody just jacks up a bad three-pointer, And that's always the key with this team. It's not as much the amount that they take, assuming that they don't take 60. It's more so the quality of the shots. And of course, within that, it also helps if Tatum's just going to make every shot, even if they're contested in this game. Yeah, that certainly helps out. There's one other defensive play I want to call out. There was one really good one where Derek White fought like hell around a bunch of screens to stick with Max Strus, and then he ends up driving, and then Horford stripped him while he was dropping on a screen, and they were kind of leaving Kevin Love super open on the wing there, so Marcus was kind of involved in the play too. I just thought it was kind of neat. So, how much belief should I have right now? I don't know. I don't want to get too carried away. I'm looking forward to Game 5, but I got to tell myself, listen, man, there have been stretches of this series, especially in fourth quarters, where it's oh crap, if we don't double Jimmy, then he's just going to do whatever he wants versus whatever switch he wants and all that. And then if we do double him, it's, Caleb Martin's killing us, Max Strus is killing us, or if we're screwing up stuff on Duncan Robinson screens. I mean, for what it's worth, there was one play in this game later there where they brought 2 on a Duncan Robinson screen, and then Bam's getting a roll to the basket. That's the sort of thing that still sticks in the back of my head of okay, Spoelstra definitely saw that play and was okay. So I'm still scared of the Heat, but okay, they had to win Game 4. They won Game 4, and now we got a Game 5 in Boston, man. That's it.